there we go. It will be edited at that point. And wait 1 second. It is France 1, Germany 0, just in case you were wondering. Right. My bet was on Germany as well. Damn.
Ah, I know. Germany's so good.
Yeah, I hope France are beating Germany. Anyway, not really that important. Oh, Portugal! My God, Portugal are through to the final.
I know. That's
Would you
unreal.
look at that? Yes, they've done
Yeah.
nothing the whole tournament.
That's how it happens, man. That's
It's,
how
it's,
it
it's,
happens. Well,
it's,
when you think when Italy won the World Cup, I mean, they think they barely got out of the group stage, and yeah, it happens that way. It happens that way. It's the X factor where you think someone's going to be there, and they actually don't.
yeah, I just thought the Portuguese were being lazy, but I guess that's just a myth, I suppose. Anyway.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They aren't as good. They're not as good as the French or the Germans. That's for sure. They're not as good as a lot of teams, but they're through.
Yeah, they are. They are knocked out Wales into the final. Could be rewriting history. There you go. Super cool. Good. Good. I wish the Portuguese good luck and a great game in the final.
Thank
One,
you.
may the best team win as it goes. Right. Um. Let's see. Post discussion points.
So if we're not going to rant about BU, then I guess we don't have nothing to talk about.
As we just did a 1 hour 35 minute
No, I think we're
hour
doing
of
really good.
success
Like
session.
we are starting to move on from that. I mean, there's remnants, but I think we know what it is, and
Clarity.
I can always let you guys in on the whole fitness thing. It's continuing to deteriorate, so it'll find its place. I think it was too much, and now it's backed off, and I think hopefully we'll find a better uh,
are,
medium.
are you guys doing that still? The don't break the chain?
Okay, well, first of all, and I'll try and keep this quick. It was a 4 week.
I get to
Uh,
listen to Rudy rant now. This is great. I just
four week,
chill out.
4 week round. This was a 4 week round.
Oh, okay.
You were supposed to report every Sunday what your team did. Okay. Nobody reported on Sundays except my team. Okay.
Okay.
So I reported in every Sunday. Most people reported in by Wednesday because nobody was reporting to their leaders. Okay. By Tuesday of every week, the winner of that last week was supposed to be announced. At this moment, there's been no announcement of any week's results and no results for the entire round. So I posted, are we done now with round 3? First of all, second, are we going to continue to do this because it doesn't seem like any results were posted for any weeks or for the entire round? I said, Pride leaders, does anybody feel like this is gone? It's gone the course, and especially because two entire teams have dropped out. Like they just said they didn't want to do it anymore as a team. So I've got
my team may be one of them because we were beta testing something to add to it.
Yeah, exactly. So again,
I don't know if you're counting us.
Yeah, nothing. No, what your team did was it's not you. It's us. It was one of those breakups.
Oh, yeah.
It's not you guys. It's us.
Right.
We need to take a step back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that from you guys. But anyway, there's been a little bit of talk since I wrote that whether it's going to morph into something mediocre because that's just what's happening. And I'm not going to be the I told you so. It's just like it was too much intensity. You made everybody work out 7 days a week in order to pump up your scores, and now everybody.
So Rudy, it's back to what you were preaching before, and everyone was like, oh, old man Rudy who wants us all to relax.
Yes,
But
and
so you're saying so that what we did is not was not sustainable over a year.
yeah, that's what I will tell them if they want to hear, and they don't because they don't want to talk about it. My team round one, my team round two, my team round three, average 3.5 workouts per week every round, and that's exactly what I wanted them to do. And nobody fell off. Like we had people that quit because they didn't like the whole. If we're not doing 7, we're not winning because we have competitive people on our team too. And it's like, okay, well, if, we're not going to get there because not everybody's going to do that. But I'm happy if we're doing 3.5, we're winners. So some people are like, I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, well, fine, whatever. So what I wanted to do, we did. So I'm happy with what we did. Whether it turns into anything, again, I don't want any more wasted volunteer hours in my life. Okay, if this is a wasted amount of volunteer hours, I would rather stop doing it and volunteer to do something else. And that's my second thing, the whole Fitness Thursdays thing. Again, it's a lot of wasted time. There's a fourth trainer, Delroy Thomas, who you see some of his posts. So I was trying to ask Ramel, why can't we do live feeds and all that stuff? Why don't we just do that? And she went off on her whole thing because it's not approved and this is what we decided and it was between the three of us and I know you're coming on late, but if you haven't, we'll catch you up. We're basically just doing it this way. And he kept trying to say, well, why? But it doesn't seem like there's any engagement. And she went on her whole thing because that's what we talked about and that's what we decided to do together. So again, like with Colin, he contacts me, privately. He's like, this is ridiculous. Nothing's happening. This is boring. Why does she continue to want to do it this way? And I said, Delroy, Colin and I have had this conversation now for the last month. Basically, I said, this is probably going to die after this week because we've tried a few different things. And there's some engagement today, and I know she's going to say, well, there was engagement today. It's a lot of wasted volunteer hours, both things now. And I still want to volunteer my resources if people want me to, but I don't want to be wasting time on stupid committee things that just people aren't really qualified to do or have issues with. I don't have that amount of volunteer time. I don't want to be doing that. It's a waste. So that's my rant. Hopefully it was less than 5 minutes, I think.
Hey, there was a guy that asked about supplements on there, but he said no one responded to him.
Yeah, that was Nick. He's part of my team. So, but we weren't. Well, Ramel said we weren't supposed to answer. We were only supposed to get questions.
What are you supposed to do then? Smoke signals? How you? What?
Yeah. Like we're not answering. We're only getting questions. I'm like
sign language.
Okay. So that's what I said. This week we're allowed to answer questions. She's like, yeah, let's start engaging. Okay. And the three of us what is up with her? So it's waste. It's waste. It's 6 weeks of wasted life that I am not getting back. I think Graham feels really good about his.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh,
God.
So I mean, I probably after this week is going to say, hey, it's not something that I really want to. I just don't feel it's productive, and we'll see what she says. Obviously, she's going to be upset. Well, if you want to give up, I'm sure it's going to be. Give up on what? Being mediocre? And Colin's like, whatever. It's like, if you need my help, I'll chime in. If not, I'm just going to go train. He doesn't take things that personally. Like, whatever. And Delroy, like, oh well, she's that way, fine. It's like I'm not going to waste time either. So I think it's run its course. It really has. So and then Cameo King has never gotten back to me. So if they don't really care, that's another thing. If they don't really care, there's no reason for me to put myself out there.
Oh dear, I'm gonna miss it so much.
But you can still live through Rudy though.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
just have that.
Hey, my pride team, my whole pride team, and then like I said, the guys that I talked to, like Matt Temby, Leonard, and Luke, uh, Robert, Kyle, Luke, and those guys that train heavy. Uh, they're fun to talk to, but again, like we're all friends now. You know, a lot of the links that we follow for each other aren't even NBU anymore. So you know, those relationships will continue. So
Yeah. I saw this week that there was a new entrepreneur group that started on BU.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hmm.
You
Uh,
know what? I know. I was gonna say something to you
hmm.
guys, but I was just like, whatever.
And I saw that Jackie was proud and happy to be a member and contribute to it. And I wish everyone in that group great success. But there is just a giant question mark that
yeah.
how can someone just write on the site, hey, let's have an entrepreneur group, and then suddenly have everyone write, fantastic, wonderful, amazing, brilliant, so cool, unbelievable.
Well,
Okay,
that's what happened when I posted. It was what, about 8 or 9
okay.
people.
Okay, and they want to post online, but let's see how many people stay in that.
Yeah, it's
Kind of like
uh,
Rudy's. Yeah, we had 12 responses, and then there was 4 of us.
yeah,
Out of 700 people.
yeah. No, there's my team member Koa Hatchett, the Australian kid,
Yeah.
wanted just an accountability group, not entrepreneur. He just wanted to do like accountability. Whoever wanted to join. So I joined just because I wanted him to report in because for some reason he wants to be accountable but doesn't report his workouts in every week. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to join your group, but you have to report in every week because we need your points. He's like, oh yeah, okay. So, I mean, I just say what I did. Like one, I did my workout. Two, and it has helped. Like I've done one piece of marketing every day, and I'll tell them what I did. But Jackie's a part of that one too. So she's posting like a mad person on that one, and it's fine. It's just a lot of there's enthusiasm because Koa's a young guy. He's just he's got that infectious enthusiasm about him. So we'll see how long that one lasts too. And it's like yeah, it's consistency over time. It's like it's some. I think some people will stick with some of these things, and other things go by the wayside. And it's fine. Like even like I said with Ryan Lee talking about his businesses, he like this is his 55th incarnation of a company, this Freedom University. Like he knows sometimes you just got to let certain things go. It's gone its time, and it's time to reinvent yourself and try something new. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Some things do last and some things morph into other things. So
Yeah, no, I wish them success in what they do. I think I once heard a quote that the end is visible at the beginning. Um,
Ha.
and that's all I have to say about that. Hey, BU, easy to join, difficult to leave, as as there is no
was that was
as
that your issue that you couldn't cancel? There was no cancel button.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but oh no, but you can't just
there's no
email them and say, hey, well, I know how that's gonna happen. I know
there,
the answer to that question.
yeah, there's easy to join, difficult to leave. Been working at that
Well,
one.
I'll tell you my experience because I was doing the $200 a month thing for the first 4 or 5 months, and the next renewal was coming up, and I'm like, I've seen everything I want to see. I really don't need to be paying that anymore. Uh, and I think they said you need 24 or 48 hour notice,
Mm.
which is kind of kind of short for most people. Some of them are like a week or whatever, a month notice. Anyway, it was. I think I gave a 3 day notice that I wanted to just downgrade from 200 to 20, and I'm like, I'm probably going to get charged 200, and hopefully I can wrestle with them and make sure the next payment it goes down to 20. The next day, Carl, because for some reason he's in charge of this and the videos. I don't know why he's in charge of downgrading people's memberships and in charge of producing the videos. I don't get how.
Did you get a reply that was just a minute?
He no, he responded like, okay, I got you taken care of. I don't know. I mean, he said something fairly nice, but neutral, and they took care of it within 24 hours. They downgraded me, and I didn't get charged that $200. So, but that was before we were 800 members or whatever. That was, I don't know. We were back to what, 300, something like that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's like they thought about how to get you in, but they've also thought not about how to let you out. So
a lot of online things do that. I hate that. Like there was one guy that I joined, and I knew I was going to have a problem. There was no cancellation option at all. Like you looked through the entire site, there was nothing, nothing. So I sent him an email and I said, I am going to cancel, and if I don't hear back from you within 24 hours, I'm just going to tell my bank to do a chargeback. And that's the thing you want to tell them. Anything online like this, say the word chargeback, and that's like Google death to them. Anybody who gets a chargeback, Google does not want to put their website on Google, on their search engine. Mm-hmm. Chargebacks are like poison to an online company. So just use that word. Just say, I'll ask my bank to do a chargeback if I don't hear from you within 24 hours. And then he responded right away, because none of them want chargebacks are the worst. It's like it impacts their credibility as far as a legitimate website.
Yeah, well, the whole idea that there's not just a simple click to I don't know, is unsubscribe. I don't know if that's the right term.
Yeah, and that's the thing again with Ryan Lee. As soon as you join Freedom, like I think that was part of the whole sales pitch. It's like, try it for 30 days. You have a free online. Try it for 30 days, $29. If it's not for you, here's the link to unsubscribe. Just press this button and you're unsubscribed. Like it gave you the path to unsubscribe whenever you felt like it, and it was automated. And that's what he puts on his website. He's not going to play games. It's ridiculous, And a lot of them will do that. It's like then you forget about it, and you're getting charged not $20 for something you're not even using because it was such a hassle to cancel. And believe me, a lot of these places lean on that for passive income.
And then I got an email back from them which said, please let us know if you would like to proceed.
Proceed with what? Canceling?
Yes.
After you sent that email?
Yes, yeah, that's the reply. The reply was, please let us know if you'd like to proceed. After I sent the email canceling.
So would you send them back and say yes?
I haven't done it yet, but I guess I have. I guess I have to, because if I don't let them know, then if I want to proceed in the thing that I want to do, well, isn't that beast mode? No, isn't that how somebody else? I don't know. No actions, no result. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. Brain melt. Brain melt.
Action will not bring out a result.
Yes. So click on this button for nothing to happen. Why don't we have something like that? And the other thing was that I sent a polite email to Mr. YB, who wanted who wanted a different format of my notes from the podcasts. And I ranted about that a bit last week, and I sent him a polite mail back saying that I've got other priorities at this moment in time. I'm very sorry. And I got a mail back from him saying, but I just want a copy
Copy of what?
The notes in Word format. But I just want to. It's like just. It was the word just. The word. It's a trigger word when somebody when you're doing something for someone else and they're like, but I just want. It's like, I've told you. It's like dealing with children. I've told you already. You know.
This is neither here nor there, but he posted when the Warriors lost the championship. He posted what he post 63-9 mean nothing, which was the Warriors' record, winning season record.
Mhm.
And I'm like, really? Like, you're gonna be that cocky and say something like such a grand accomplishment? You're gonna diminish. Like you are a bigger person than that record, that accomplishment. It was just like a trash talking thing to say. It's like I haven't had any relationship with him, but and I felt like saying something to him. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't debate online, so I'm like, whoever you are, you're not worth my time. It was just something dumb he said. So whatever he's saying to you, it's like I'm not surprised at all. So
Yes. Anyway, I will reply to the last mail I got from them saying yes, please, thank you, very much, and wait and see if I get another mail saying, are you absolutely sure that this is the direction you'd like to go in? Um, because we can give you a special code that will give you 50% off for the next 5 days or something. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I
yeah.
just just let it be. Gear up, man up, move on, get things done, fire up, travel. And
Well, did
the
you? I mean, aside from your two best buddies here, did you build any other relationships with anybody outside of the two of us? Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't see you engaging much outside of this, so I
um
mean that's kind of like what I'm saying. That's kind of why I'm in there. Like I talking to all the workout people and all that. So
nothing. Even the posts have turned into drivel and pointlessness, in my opinion. I
yeah,
don't want to see. I don't. I, I don't want to see sweaty people doing their sweaty workouts in their sweaty gyms. I'm just
yeah.
not interested in that. Um, of course, I'm interested in
I know every yeah I know everyone's different,
you
but
know everyone's sweat pattern.
I like the this with a little bit of the gym behind and then like sprayed water all over their face like I worked out. Or Ramel's with the big text in front of her and it's a picture and you can barely see her anymore. So whatever.
that tells you something. Right?
Um, um, everybody has their own thing. So
Style. Everyone has their own style for a very specific reason, I imagine. Right. I can say what I want now. I'm sorry.
Right, you're out.
I'm
So then, what have you replaced it with?
I'm gonna. The next step that I'm gonna take is to explore the Freedom U, the Ryan Lee. I think that I've heard a lot of positive feedback from Rudy about that, and I thought I'd take a step in that direction and see what that has to offer me.
yeah, I
Um,
mean, obviously I'm biased, but if like I said, you're really wanting to do this online thing, if that's your next step, I can't recommend a they offer a new tutorial every day,
that's up my
and they've
street.
been and they've been doing that since they reopened 3 months ago, however long it's been. A new tutorial every day, new hour to 3 hours of content every day. I just think that's mind-boggling for $30 a month. You know,
And I want to meet people who are innovative. Sorry for jumping in. I apologize.
yeah,
I want to meet people who are driving things forward, who are innovative, who are not scared or frightened of offending people, and who want to change the future,
yeah,
who don't want tomorrow to be the same as yesterday.
yeah.
So, So, and I'm not getting that out of the previous organization. I wasn't getting that. So, in fact, I wasn't. It turned into just like I wasn't getting anything. I was just looking at the post, going, no, 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 nope. Quote graphic. No, no. Sweaty person. No, no. I did this. I got up this morning. Congratulations. Good luck. No, no, no. So, I just that just nonsense for me anyway. So each to their own, and it's a beautiful world with a great variety of spices to taste. So, um, so yeah, so that's my next step. I'm also interested in checking out Lewis House's work, and you know some.
That guy charges a lot of money for his stuff.
Yeah, it might be out of my league, but
Yeah.
you know what?
Like, what?
The keep.
It's on sale for $700. It's my new course.
Wow.
I dropped it from $1,000. I'm like, oh, okay.
I like his YouTube channel. I think it's really good. I'm really into that. It's got great podcasts on there. Great interviews with great people. You know what? One of the biggest things that happened, strangely enough for me in the last week, and this is going to be weird, was that parody that Rudy posted, right? The parody. I went back and watched it a couple of times, and I just thought that's genius. That's
That guy is funny.
The guy with the headband?
Yeah, the Awaken with JP.
I watched it like a minute and a half, and I didn't know where he was going with it, so I clicked off.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. Hilarious.
He's obviously worked hard on doing that, because that's it pushed all the right buttons, and it kind of had me basically rolling on the floor laughing. The third time I watched it, I was just like, I didn't get everything the first two times, and I was like, it took me to the third time to get everything, because there's so much in that. He's thought of
small little things. Yeah, the NLP and everything. This is what I'm doing. Like I've been following all this kind of salesmanship for years now. He just nailed it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and there's a point in there as well about he's like the point about reversing the statements was great. It's like all you have to do is reverse the statements, and blah blah blah. Yeah, and it's a tough day is not as hard as a day that's tough or something. So I don't know. It's just the first thing that's in my mind, right? It's just reverse the statements, and you sound cool and alternative and mentorish. So and I watched a couple more of his, and they were genius as well.
Yeah. He's a fun guy.
I recommend though. Why am I always seeking attention? And he answers the questions like he really knows. It's genius, because it's what people are like on the internet. It's just exactly, he nails it. Exactly what people are like. And I could.
You mean like life coaches who do like YouTube videos? Is that what he's trying to parody?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he knows the answers to everything, and he gives the answer, but in such a through such a parody that you cannot take it seriously at all.
Yeah. It's funny stuff.
He knows exactly what he's doing. So I watched a couple of those, and I'm like, oh, he's my new guy. Yeah, that's it. I was just, no need for seriousness there. What else is going on in the world? Oh, football. Wait a sec. Update. France 2, Germany 0 with 1 minute left. There we go.
Wow, that's very unexpected.
Yep, it is. I thought Germany were going to annihilate France, but apparently not. So that leaves the final's going to be France-Portugal.
Yeah, and that should be pretty good. It should be pretty good.
It should. Is there a third place game? Do Wales get to play Germany? That'd be a great game.
No, they don't do that here. Wait, do they? No, that's only World Cup, right?
It's only World Cup. Okay. I don't know.
They don't do that here.
I don't
think so. No.
I don't know how it goes. What's next? The Olympics. Yay! One sporting event finishes, another one starts. Huh?
Be curious if everybody gets disease or what. Everybody's freaking out on that.
About what?
The Zika virus down there. A
Oh,
lot of a lot of athletes don't want to go down there.
oh, okay, because they get some virus or
Yeah.
disease or
Well,
something.
yeah, just the whole sanitation, all the water, everything.
Yeah.
It's like nothing is clean. Nothing is clean. So
Yeah,
they're
if
they're
you're a
nervous.
healthy athlete, why would you want to go there? Then I guess you wouldn't,
Yeah.
would you?
I don't know. I think the journalists build this up every time. I think it's gonna be fine. I mean, I remember when Portugal did the Euro, they said they weren't ready. Everyone that does like a World Cup or something like that, they always report how they're behind schedule, yada yada, and then it always turns out fine.
Well, what, that was the last World Cup, right, in Brazil, wasn't it?
Brazil, and they were behind. It was people were striking. Yeah, Brazil. It was 2014.
Yeah.
People were striking. There was mad riots before. It was a great World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a great World Cup in playing. It was in terms of everything went off on TV. Without a hitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they were saying about France in this championship as well, wasn't it? That was all oh, there's going to be so many problems, and they don't know what to
The
do.
unions, yeah, the unions were
Yeah,
shutting down streets, and the taxis were protesting Uber, so they parked their cars.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's rubbish. There's going to be rubbish all over everywhere, and blah blah blah. And it's. I haven't really seen that much negative press about it. Um, so so that's that. Are you training anyone for the Olympics, Rudy?
Not this time.
No, this time. No.
No, no, that would be fun, but no, just recreational competitive league. That's that's my specialty.
Who's that girl you always post doing
Matty
the?
Rogers. Yeah.
Yeah, what? I've seen her before. What is she known for?
It's funny because my brother was asking, "Who's that hot chick?" And I'm like, "She's like 21, 22. Like you're an old man now." It's like, "Oh, you're right. I am actually." Um, she's she was highly profiled. She was one of the youngest weightlifters to become a world class female weightlifter for the U.S. Um,
Oh,
and she just has a good backstory. Uh, and they did a big documentary on her on Flow Elite, which I think I showed you guys at one website that shows it's like a magazine for weightlifters, CrossFit, all kinds of stuff. So she's been pretty highly profiled in the media. So I've just become a fan of hers just because I like to show her form and stuff to some of my advanced trainers. So whenever she posts something, I'll just share it so that people can see it. So
so so so
she's
so, so
pretty
so
good. She just
she's small. She's small. Is she pulling a lot of weight or what?
yeah, I mean she's doing way more than I am, that's for sure. She just missed making the Olympics this year. She probably has a good shot next time, just because she's a little young for the weight that she's in. Like there was some pretty well accomplished weightlifters before her, like
Mm.
the one that made it. Uh, I came out like they were saying came out of nowhere, but everybody was expecting her. Anyone who knew anything was expecting her to win, and Matty Rogers barely missed it. But she
Oh.
still got a good career ahead of her. It's like the backstory with her is, if you see the documentary, was she was a gymnast. She was a pretty good gymnast, and her dad was very supportive of her, and really like she wanted to go to the Olympics, and he was very supportive of her, and he ended up getting cancer and passing away.
Mm.
But he wrote her a letter saying he's gonna like he wants her to continue her dream to make the Olympics, and when she finally makes it, he will be there with her, and he will know that she was able to live her dream. So when she switched from a gymnast to Olympic weightlifting, it was like she almost made it, and she had that letter that and everybody knows about that letter, so it was just heartbreaking,
Oh.
type of thing. So hopefully next time. But she should be. She's right on the path. She should be. She's still young. She if she continues with where she's at, she should probably make it the next time around. Like she's a junior champion. She's exactly where she should be. She's just progressing at a normal pace.
Cool.
But yeah, some people are like, do you train her? And I'm like, no, I don't train her. Like it looks like a garage gym that she's training in, but that's where they all train. So that would be fun, but no, she'd be
That,
training us.
did you get the note that I wrote on under one of the videos, which was the image of the video was scary.
Yes.
Yes. Did you understand why?
No.
Because in the image for the video, she is looking at herself lifting the weights.
She's
She,
looking at herself.
she's lifting the weights, and there's her again sitting in a chair behind, looking at herself lifting the weights.
Are you sure that was her?
Yes,
I don't
because
know. I think I know what you're talking. I think it
How the
was
hell is
someone else
that?
sitting there. Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't
It's
think it
like
was her.
I think it's like the video frame montage two different parts. No,
I mean, I could take a look at that again. I think it was just somebody there resting. 'Cause, they sit in their chairs in between lifts.
I was pretty sure that it was her looking at her, or someone that looks exactly like her looking at her lifting weights, and I was like, that's just scary.
That would be like a Richard Bandler NLP thing where you're sitting in a theater and you're looking at yourself, but then you're also the guy filming the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking at it like that. Maybe it's just another girl who looks just
I
like
think it was
her
just another girl. Yeah.
lifting weights, but I was like, whoa, that's kind of scary. And then you click on it, and the girl in the background disappears, and I was just like, oh my god, this is too much for me. Let's go ghost videos, ghost lifting or something. I don't know. Kind of.
Oh, that's why you wrote that. Because I think I read that.
Yeah, and I
Oh, I
was
didn't
thinking.
understand the comment. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I realize now that nobody understood what I was talking about because I guess everyone else was watching the video and I was just looking at the image for the video, going, "Oh, that's freaky."
Yeah. Who's
Yeah,
that Graham guy that comments sometimes?
yeah, he says weird. He says
I
weird
just,
stuff. Yeah, I saw the one where she does the standing jump onto the
yeah,
onto
yeah.
the desk and the weights or whatever she jumps onto. That's pretty impressive. That's a hell of a jump
Yeah.
for that's
That's my weakness. It's like I have to work on that because I mean I was known as the Rock before the Rock, but because that's how high I can jump. I can probably jump as high as a rock. And that's what you need to do to get those weights up. You need to be able to have that jumping ability because
yeah.
all your strength gets transferred up.
Hmm.
And if you look at their form, it's like they'll do at least a slight hop. The world class people do an actual real hop with this massive amount of weight.
Oh.
Because what they're doing is they're I mean it look at the length of the bar, like the bar goes maybe from here to right here, and their
Hmm.
body goes up and it catches it underneath. So you want to make that length of the bar going up very short.
Hmm.
So they catch it, they stand up, and then when they lift it overhead, it's more them dipping down than the bar actually going up. So the bar still doesn't move that much. Like you can see, like the world class lifters, the bar movement is very short. That's how you know
Mm.
somebody's really good at what they're doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Technique. It's the
yeah.
technique. Wow. That is cool. That is cool.
See, I can't get the bar up to my shoulders into a squat position. My knees and my back just don't work that way anymore. So I'm moving along. That's what I was curious. You said you were 44, Johnny
Yeah.
Graham.
41.
Yeah, see, I'm 49, so it's like yeah, my body's just worn out. I'm doing pretty good for 49, so I'm moving along here.
Yeah, it sounds like it. If you look at most other people at 49, they're not doing that at all, are they?
Yeah.
They've kind of given up on everything.
I never did Olympic weightlifting. It was all bodybuilding back then, so this is all new to me. So it's fun to try.
Mm. I just got a message from my students to say that I owe them cake and coffee because
That's the bet.
France bet Germany. Yes, I lost the bet. Shows. In fact, at this whole competition, I have predicted everything wrong.
Everything
Every
wrong? Oh my God.
every single match, I think I've got wrong. Yay! Follow me. I know what I'm talking about. Right. I've absolutely no idea about football at all. I'm quite happy to have no idea about it. Just to sit and
Mm.
idly watch it and kill a bit of time at the same time. So Johnny, are you at home there, or what's the story?
Yeah, it's my house.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
cool.
that's the backyard. This is my kitchen. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I really, I just wasn't motivated to go in this morning, so I just did some errands this morning, and then yeah, so I'm here. I'm usually at my office, obviously. That's where I'm the most productive. Or no, actually, I'm the most productive. I'm more productive at home, actually. But there's just, I think there's too much distraction, and I think I feel more professional at the office. So,
Yeah, there's a
I'm
contradiction. There's a contradiction there. I'm more productive at home, but there are
I
too
know.
many distractions.
I know. Well, actually, I have a cat and a dog that want my attention.
Are they productive?
Productive at sleeping.
Okay. Okay. It's good if you can train them to do that.
I I am contemplating the standing desk with a real computer and getting all that set up so I can be cool like you guys.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
Good.
you want to raise your game. You really do. To
Well,
our,
Graham and I talked one meeting about like I applaud Graham for all his workarounds trying to stream the videos and things like that, but I'm like I think both of us come from a generation of you know practical workaround, figure it out type of people where we should just plunk the money down if we can afford it and buy the latest technology, even though the old technology almost does everything it's supposed to. But we need the new technology so we're not wasting time figuring out how to do workarounds. You know, it's like we are old enough to where our content should be featured. You know, we just want the technology to showcase our content. So if we can, let's just get the latest thing. And if we are very confident in what we're doing, we will make that money back very quickly in new customers or upgraded customers or whatever it is we're going to do. So I'm about to get a new phone because mine is too old, and I'm going to finally get the computer that I want so that I can edit and use the Adobe Premiere and all that, higher sophisticated
Ooh.
type of editing
Hey,
stuff.
hey, what was the graphic you used to make the letters fall down and the numbers all fall down at the bottom? That was so cool. What was that?
That's actually a, app for making, like for making quotes,
Oh,
like the
okay.
quotes. But you can either make a normal quote, or you can make an animated GIF,
Hmm.
or you can turn it into an MP4. So it's all just for quotes. So I just made it like it's called a bumper clip. It's Rudy's Health and Fitness, and it's on my phone right now. Look at what it is.
I saw that and I was like, that's so neat. I
Yeah,
was
like
so impressed.
it's to put on Facebook and different things
Johnny,
on
do you know what I'm
Instagram.
talking about?
Not really.
No, no, no idea.
It's
Okay.
called
I see it.
Um, I don't know if Rudy can show it through the through his phone or whatever. It was just a little ad he made, and at the end of the ad, the all the data and information kind of fell down
Uh,
like this, unfolding piece of paper or something, with his name and
oh.
contact information, and it
the
was just really nice graphic.
the app is called. I don't know if you can see. That L on my phone. I don't know. Can't
High
I'm sure. I'm
contrast.
sure whatever
Yeah,
app it
icon.
is that Graham can't get it.
It's
No,
called
I'll be able to get it, but it'll have no buttons.
Yeah, right.
It's called Legend. It's very easy. It's a big L, big yellow L with a black background. And yeah, it's just animated texting stuff. And that was
Hey,
sometimes I know neither of you ever watched that show, *Halt and Catch Fire*. It's about the computer industry in the late '70s, and they were trying to fool some developer that their computer had worked. And he came to look at it, and they're like, "Well, how are we going to get the screen to work?" He's like, "Okay, well, let's put this wire in here. We should be able to get information to the screen very quickly, you know, and we'll use this bigger computer in the other room that works, but he'll think it's a smaller computer." Okay, well, you sure you're going to be able to get the information to the screen quick enough? Yeah, I figured something out here. So the guy comes and he's like, okay, well, I know it's not the small computer, but how are you getting the information? So he pulls the computer apart. He's like, okay, well, that's interesting. And then he goes back to his company. He's like, these people were trying to fool me, and I think they just figured out how to do what ends up becoming a firewire. That they didn't even realize that they had built the new thing, new technological way to stream information to another computer, and that it was something that they completely just rigged together so that they could try and sell their
interesting.
computer.
Mhm.
So um,
Okay, so
those
the
types
point of
of
that
things
was what?
was
The,
some
the,
of the features on some of these apps. They're like cool things for putting on Facebook, whatever. But they work for what I need them for, which is to promote like the end of a clip or something. It's just like there's more sophisticated uses for some of these things than what they actually were designed to do. Is what I guess my point was.
yeah, it's what we said earlier. It's what we talked about earlier with the when you try to do something you get the result that you weren't looking for, which is like, oh, how does this work? Oh, this is for this, but if I stick this together with this, I can make something completely different, which is not what it's for, which is really cool.
Yeah. So
So, like all those kind of like little videos on Facebook of cool little things that you didn't know you could do with stuff that you don't have,
yeah.
sort of thing. So, so yeah, I get that because I like to try to see what the technology is good for as well, and always end up usually using it for something sort of different from what the main developers want it for, especially with graphics programs and playing around with photographs and things and touching things up a little bit. So I'm going to need to data mine Rudy's brain for different ways of doing things with little video when I get when I get to the next stage of whatever it is I want to do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's a market for talking about presenting teaching videos. I'm not sure there's a market for selling teaching videos with the English
You
language online.
you there's that what Udemy Academy, all those. There's like 3 or 4 different websites where people sell lessons on different things. Are you aware of those?
I've got a whole list of must check this, must check these sites,
Yeah.
must go here, must go there. It's probably in that list. And
I've heard good and bad things. Like some people really love them. Some people think
I'm
I
not
just don't think much
convinced.
of them.
I'm not convinced that's the future. And sort of my experience is if I'm not convinced about something, it's going to be really hard, as you know, to to
Yes.
to change my mind. The stubbornness is inbuilt.
Well, I don't know about the content, but what I like about some of them is you can create the content. You can you can post them and sell them at whatever you want, like $5 per lesson or whatever you want to post them. Uh, the website I think gets up to 5% of the profit of that $5 or $10 or $20, whatever you charge. They get up to 5% of the profit each time somebody buys that lesson. But if they market your lesson themselves, they get, I think, 50%, but you get 50% of total passive income because they'll take what you posted on there and
Hmm.
they might market to a whole segment of people that you may not know how to even access. And
Hmm.
they're going to make money off of your content, but you get 50% of that profit too.
Is
So
that the
I think that
you to me you're talking about, or is that
yeah,
something?
it's you like academy, but you like university academy, Udemey.
Just
Yeah,
Y,
I think
no
that
E.
yeah, EY something like that.
No, it's just Y. UDEMY.
Udemy. So you can
That's what
go ahead and show.
Jackie was talking about putting her SEO thing on there.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
you could just create some content, throw it on there, and whoever buys it buys it. If they market it themselves, you may get some cash back. I was thinking of doing some of that myself once I get some of this stuff up.
It sounds interesting. Not convinced yet. We need to go and explore that a little bit more. But I'm not sure that there are so many people putting lessons on YouTube for free now,
Yeah.
that I don't think that I would realistically be able to compete with that. And how can I
Okay,
choose?
but you can be a coach. Well, I understand that you're trying to be passive and trying to just work from your computer and make a boatload of money, but you could coach people for 50 quid an hour.
I could. What would I coach them with? What would I coach them in? What
Well,
would I coach them
you would,
to do?
You're
you
already a
would
coach.
like what I'm doing right now. It's like I'm producing one video a day of what I'm doing. Okay, well that's something people may I've moved from just putting ET's stuff because I don't want to get sued as the background music to now I'm explaining what I'm doing every video. Okay, well I'm tapering down and this is what I'm doing. So there's a few people that appreciate the explanations, but that's my free content. So if I do say, okay, I'm going to put together this, online coaching, I now have this body of work, just like, a lot of people, free body of work that people have looked at, hopefully for the last year or however long it's going to take me to get this out. And that's what they'll buy. But yeah, you have to have free content. Like you have to have, like you've done, 50 free videos somewhere that people can look at. Say, okay, well, I want the latest thing. What's the latest thing? And I want to be on the paid Facebook group with the live streaming of Graham talking about the latest thing that he wants to teach you. You know.
Okay, let's take a step back because Johnny obviously thinks that I can coach someone in something, and I'm not convinced. So help me out, Johnny.
You're already doing it. Say for example, even that time you spent with me, like you spent like an hour and a half, 3 hours with me. I would have been willing to pay you. $10 is like that's like nothing here. I'd be willing to pay you that. I'd be willing to pay you $30 just to listen to my proposal. I'd be willing to pay you more than that. You wouldn't take it, but if there was something, but you say you're doing life coaching now. And so I just think that I don't know. I don't know anybody that I don't know anywhere
You need a
that's
good
a parent.
publicist. What you need.
Sorry?
You need to have somebody look at your entire life story with all your dreadlocks, that time, and what you're doing now, and your migration to Slovakia, and your development of the school, and say, this man has something that can help you, and he's at full capacity at his school right now, but now he's offering coaching online. Watch this webinar that he's conducting and sign up for his, his life coaching.
I
Like
mean, to
you're. I'm sorry, Johnny. You're as
sorry.
capable as anybody else out there doing any of this stuff. Like if you go on Freedom now, I keep wanting to call it Freedom U, but they're changing it to Freedom. You're going to see it's like people have all these different online courses, and they have less life experience than you do. You know, it's just a matter of marketing what you have to offer.
But why do I feel that you guys would probably be as good or better at it than me?
I don't know, maybe low self-esteem.
Because I'm a very confident person.
Whack. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we are all
Boom.
good at it. Yeah, it's like we all
Look,
would be
but
good at it.
but
It's
see,
just a matter of putting it
yeah,
together.
the thing too, though, even with life coaching, and especially if okay, if I'm paying, like I paid a guy $100 an hour, and I was just trying to help him out. I thought he'd charge me 50, but it's like 100, so then I couldn't back out of it. But I mean, if I'm paying $100 an hour, he better be freaking delivering. And I didn't even think he was, so I stopped using him. But if I'm paying someone $30 an hour and they're only halfway delivering, and you're only half good, Graham, then I don't really care. I mean, but because the really to be able to talk to someone, I mean, I already have the answers within me. Is that I can't pull them out. Only someone like you can keep asking. Kind of like, oh, and also this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you this. Tony Robbins charges. I've done his coaching years ago, and it was great, man. But I paid. It was a time when I had a ton of extra dough before 2007, where it was. I want to say it was $3 grand or $2 grand for like 12 sessions, basically 6 months worth of sessions. Or no, I think it was 3 months worth of sessions. Imagine one. I don't know what that hour. That's $200 an hour.
I think the biggest skill that's very readily apparent with you, Graham, is you like to listen to people. Like you're not saying, "Let me tell you how it is." Like just not just somebody's voice and it goes right over your head because you don't really care what they have to say. You just want to hear your own self speak. That's not you. Like you actually are listening and you're like, okay, well, just like when we do our little, hot seats or whatever, you're like, okay, well, let's boil this down to the points that, we can talk about. And then you pull out 3 or 4 points that, kind of summarize what it is that we said. So it's obvious that we know that you're actually listening, and that's more than half the battle, I think, as far as this life coaching thing.
Yeah, and I'll say this: before we did that one session, like a lot of times you kind of go off on tangents and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know where this guy's going with this. But when we were together, you were like focused, engaged. Just, I mean, there was after about an hour or so, we kind of went off on mad tangents, but. I really could tell that you were really listening, that you were really engaged. Kind of what Rudy said, but I actually, Rudy has an experience. I basically got a free coaching session from you, and it was amazing. And it was something that I had to get out. But no one else was really qualified, or I wasn't going to pay $900 for 3 hours of someone to freaking listen to me
Yeah.
hash this out.
I'm good, but I'm not good like that. Where it's like if I ask, well, what's going on? What's happening here? And they're like, well, I did something right here to my shoulder, and I was actually out doing it. By the time they say this, I'm not listening to anything else they're saying because I already know what it is. But I know I should be listening because you would be listening. You would still be listening to their story, and I'm like, okay, get through it. I just gotta grab here and I gotta manipulate it and I gotta check the back and they're gonna be fine. And I just
and
don't
you
listen.
and you are that's true. And Graham, you're the China of America, because all of our jobs are going overseas because they'll work for $1 an hour, and our guys won't work for $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm the China of America.
Yeah. You are the Chinese life
You
coaching
could just
expert.
you just call me Mr. China from now
Okay,
on.
but then 3 years down the line, when you're really good, you have a ton of clients, you've getting all these results, then you can start charging $300. And I'm not saying you're not worth it now. I'm just saying, you get all that experience, and then you start increasing, your
Well,
your.
it's always the testimonials. How many clients do you have right now who have gone from mediocre incomes and lifestyles to doing extremely well for themselves because of, at least partially because of you?
I think that there's 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 no one that's made a giant leap. There's only people who have got to the next stage of opportunity, I think. I don't think there's anyone who's made a giant leap in their life. I help students, migrate from high schools to universities. I help students migrate from universities to jobs. I help people increase their perspectives in life, I suppose.
You
Um,
just need to sell that. You got to sell it.
yeah, I guess maybe there's a self-esteem thing going
Yeah.
on there.
Because I'm very confident. Well, I have to be confident when somebody's saying they said I might need surgery on my shoulder, and this was actually just happened. It was one of the new ladies I was talking to. She's like, they're saying I need um, possibly I need surgery on my shoulder. And I asked her, well, what's wrong with it? I'm like, well, it hurts right here. I'm like, can you do this? And she's like, yeah, but it hurts. Okay, right then I knew she didn't need surgery. Okay, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a registered physical therapist. I'm not an orthopedic doctor. I have the confidence now, like I know, it's like, and to tell this person about her body better than a doctor. Okay, I have that confidence because I have to have it. Like if I'm going to help her, I have to know that I can really help her. There's like I said, 9 out of 10 people I can usually help, and one person I'll probably say, oh yeah, you got to go see a doctor about this. It's just got to get MRI or something. You know, I have to be that confident because I'm dealing with something very mechanical on their body. You know, so you are still doing that. Like people are saying, what should I do with my life? And you are telling them what to do with their life. So you should have that confidence. Is like, yes, you can put your life in my hands because I'm going to tell you what to do. You know, and be confident in it because that's a lot to take on for somebody. And for you to take that on and push them in a direction, you know, you're very quietly confident in it, but you have to sell it. That's part of the business, I guess.
yes, the marketing thing, the selling thing, and I'm not. I I'm really confused about the whole thing. I'm not confused about my work in general, but I'm confused about the progressive step that it would require to do that, whether or not it is really achievable. Because I like the whole idea. I'm I'm
It's
extremely
achievable
hesitant.
because that's what you do for a living. Just
Yeah,
like what we're
well,
saying with my stuff. It's like I have a finished product. Now I just have to market it. You have a finished product and you're at capacity. Now start marketing that online. You don't have to market more than what you're accomplishing right now. You just want to build a market, same market, but online.
that's a good point. That's a very good point. I I still it still for me turns full circle and comes back to this quite the point that I made earlier about if I'm doing this in the situation that I have now of making this much, how do I get from here to there? I still feel like there's a giant mountain and it doesn't have a bottom that I can even cl- latch onto to get even
I think
started
I
climbing
think
it.
Graham needs to be coached by Graham. It's inside of you, young man.
Because I should watch more of my own videos.
Well, actually, no. If you do go on to freedom.com, you'll see like you can post these questions, and people are like, well, just do it. You
Mhm,
know, well, what's your product? Well, show me a video. You know, people, you're gonna latch on to some people are like, well, show me a video of what you're
mhm,
doing.
mhm,
I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, where's your video? Well, how can you not have a video? It's like, market your video. Where is it? They're very much action takers. Like I said, there's not a lot of conversation. There's not a lot of chit chat. It's like, okay, what's your product? Okay, well, what do you need? Are you talking? Do you need advertising help? What is it that you need? You need graphics help? What is it? It's that type of thing. It's very much action oriented. Okay, well, what are you? You teach. Okay, well, that's life coaching. Then this is what you got to do. It's that whole lack of self awareness thing that I was saying. It's like, this is the product. This is what you have to do. Don't overthink it. Just do it. If it's going to sell, it's going to sell. If it doesn't, then then find something else. But you don't have to contemplate it for 6 months. Just put it out there. And I'm the same way. I'm just saying, it's what I've learned from Ryan Lee and all that stuff.
Yeah, I can't argue with you in any way. It makes perfect sense what you said. It makes perfect sense. Obviously, I just need someone behind me I need someone to tie me to a rocket launcher and to launch me forward. Tie myself to a rocket launcher, launch myself.
I mean, if you already have a full schedule, to try and get one client in 2 months.
Yeah, that's my goal still. I want to get one cold client from online.
Yeah.
That's still my.
Yeah, what's wrong with me?
Okay, hang on. Okay, how about this? Find. Okay, now back up. Okay, if you don't think you can do it, then find. Do a beta test. Find people. Do like 3 people. See if you can Skype and coach them, and see if they get results from it. Try it for a few months, and see if it's something that you want to do, you want to replicate. Don't charge them. Just say, hey, this, or has to be someone that's gonna do what? You leaving?
Yeah, I gotta go take my daughter to gymnastics. So.
Okay, yeah, I gotta head out too. But that's my idea.
Really good session. I think we're back on track finally.
Good.
I think Graham is free. Do whatever he wants.
Yes.
I will rise.
I think if he is allowed to proceed, as that email would ask. I don't know if he's ready to proceed or not, but hopefully he is.
We'll be proceeding.
Do you still want to proceed, Graham, with your life? Ask yourself that this week as we figure things out.
Are you sure you want to do this? Have you thought about it carefully? Yes. Is this your why? Okay. Anyway.
All right, Johnny. As far as your accountability thing, I want to hear that you're talking to your morning accountability or somebody.
Okay.
So we get those fields plowed every day, and I will start swinging around my Facebook.
If I asked one of you guys at some point to send me a morning message, morning my time, and we arrange it in advance, might that be possible for you to send me a little message on Facebook or something like that to keep me accountable for my early hours failures?
Oh, yeah.
Would that be possible?
Of course. Yeah, I could do that. Piece of cake.
That would be helpful.
So like at I don't know what, at 8 o'clock our time. You set it up what it looks like. Do the time math and ask us how we can help you, and yes, we will.
Okay, if that's possible. You're both 9 hours difference, right, from me, or?
Yeah.
Right.
West Coast.
We're both 9.
Right now in Budapest, it is it's 11, almost 11:30, 9 hours ahead.
Yep, that's true. Okay, so 9 hours difference. Okay, I will think about when I need that, and I will get in touch with you guys, because that might be a little bit of it might be a big help to me. So.
Okay, good.
All right.
That would be cool.
All right, guys. Peace.
Dude, it done.
All right.
Speak to you soon.